Okay, everybody should be on your quarter 3 benchmark prep packet. We are doing number 11 together, okay? This is number 11 together. This is a 3-point question on your benchmark where you will have to, for 1 point, write the system, for 1 point, tell me X, and for another point, tell me Y. You will also have to get all credit, put it in correct form. So right now, you need to be understanding what we're going to be writing about, and then we're going to set up the system and solve for X and Y. Right now, it says at a concession stand, 5 slices of pizza and 1 soft pretzel cost $13. If 1 slice of pizza and 3 soft pretzels cost $7.50, what is the cost of the soft pretzel and pizza? All right, so a couple things before writing and setting up any system. You're going to draw your bracket, and you need to be able to name both equations, okay? This is not one where we've done in the past where we have like Bob and Sally and there's 2 different people buying things. This is 2 separate purchases. So I'm literally going to name them that. I'm going to call this purchase 1 and purchase number 2. And then I go to the follow-up question that'll help me clarify the big piece of this, which is what is X and Y? What's happening in both purchase 1 and purchase 2? Well, what's happening in both of them is X and Y, which is buying a pizza and buying a pretzel, regardless of the amount of them, right? So I'm going to go in order of the problem, and I'm going to say in purchase 1, they are buying slices of pizza and pretzels. And in purchase 2, they're buying slices of pizzas and pretzels. And I need to solve for the cost per 1. And I'm going to go in order of how the numbers are per 1 slice of pizza. And then Y is going to be the cost per 1 pretzel. Okay? So I know exactly what my X and Y are, and I know how each purchase, I know the number of them from the prompt. So now I kind of just have to match the numbers to the variables and write the equation. So in purchase 1, there are 5 slices of pizza, and we've already labeled pizza as X. So how can I write that as the first part of the equation? 5X. Very good. So 5X and 1 pretzel. How can I write 1 pretzel? You can write 1Y, or you can just write Y. Very good. I'm just going to write Y. Okay. Equals, good, $13. Now, I'm going to be honest. I set this up that it's taking up this entire blank, and we are going to have to also solve this. So if you're like saving some space to solve, you may want to do that. I'm going to end up using the back of another paper to solve so that it's big for this video. But just so you know, we are also solving this, and I wrote really large here. All right, so purchase 2 says 1 slice of pizza, so that's just 1X or just X. And then 3 pretzels for 3Y, which cost $7.50. Okay, so we now have 1 point. Of a 3-point constructed response, we have earned 1 point because this is the system to figure out what they cost. But I still need to solve for what is the cost of 1 slice of pizza and what is the cost of 1 pretzel. Well, we did systems and solving systems for a long time using elimination method. I would consider this problem ready to go solving elimination. How do I solve using elimination? Is there something in its opposite ready to cancel right now? No, but can I easily make one of them ready to cancel? Yes, I would consider X or Y easy to cancel, right? Because I could multiply this whole equation by -5 and cancel out 5 and -5. Or I can multiply this whole first equation by -3 and cancel out -3y. It'll focus. -3y and 3. I always want to do smaller math when I can. Okay? So I'm going to go do right now multiplying this whole first equation by -3. That one extra step. to solve for x and y is going to save me on the end. So I'm going to multiply -3 into each one of these. And I'm going to rewrite it right below this equation right here, because then I'm going to use it to eliminate. So I'm going to say -3 times 5x is -15x. Sorry that it keeps unfocusing. -3 times y is -3y. Okay. And then -3 times 13, there we go, is -39. Very good. So I didn't change this equation. I made an equivalent form that's going to help me cancel out. I'm going to simply take this other equation and write it right below so that I can easily cancel and eliminate to continue to solve. So now all of that work pays off because I can say -3y plus 3y is eliminated. And now I can combine -15 plus 1 will leave me with -14x. -39 plus 7.5 is going to leave me with -31.5. I'm going to divide by -14 on both sides. We know a negative divided by a negative is going to give us a positive. And I am left with 2.25. And I'm going to go back to the top and make sure this makes sense. What were we solving for x? So is that cool to be a decimal?
Yes.
Absolutely. That's $2.25 per slice of pizza. I've set myself up so that my answer is ready to go. And now that I know what x is, now that I can see what x is, how can I get y? Does it matter which equation I plug it into?
No.
Whichever one's easier, right? I would say whichever one is easier. So I'm going to go plug it in to this first one right here because y is already by itself and I know I'm going to be solving for y, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and plug in. This is going to be 5 times plugging in. I don't want to write x. I know what x is. 2.25 plus y equals 13. And now I'm set up that the only thing I'm going to have to solve for is y. So I'm going to say 5 times 2.25 is 1125 plus y equals 13. What's my next step there? How do I get y by itself? It already doesn't have a number in front of it, so that's going to save us a step. But what do I need to do to get y, that value of y? Good. I'm going to subtract 1125 from both sides and get that y equals 13 minus 1125, which is $1.75. And again, we know that we're getting money answers here, and we know that y was the cost per one pretzel. So on your constructed response for benchmark, you will have to show the system. So this is the system right here. You will then have to explain what the cost and what x and y is. So you will have to say in words that x, you can still write it as an ordered pair, 2.25, and that y is $1.75, but we still need to explain that this x and this y, this is the cost per slice of pizza, and that $1.75 is the cost per pretzel. Okay? You will have a very similar question on the benchmark. Okay, so this is all you need to do with writing and solving a system that is in words.